Oh man.
How are we feeling?
Oh, that was hard work.
Morning guys, today's Saturday. I've just got back from another run. Sport seems to be the theme for this week, and that kind of takes me on to this week's vlog. So today actually is the first day I'm going to be having my very first guest on this vlog. This guest is a super cool dude. His name's Will, and he's going to be my sports performance coach for the foreseeable, and we're basically going to work in together on enhancing both me mentally and physically in preparation for races. So I'm really excited to work with Will. He's a guy that I've met through social media. I've not met him in person yet, only through Zoom because of the pandemic, which is super annoying, but he lives locally to me, so I'm looking forward to meeting him. Let's just jump straight in and for you guys to meet Will. So for the viewers that are listening in today and tune into this week's vlog, the purpose of this week's vlog is talking about motorsport performance, the things that I'm sort of doing to prepare myself for a bigger championship and a much faster car. And the idea is to progress into the higher realms of motorsport and hopefully one day become British champion. So I mentioned in the vlog that I'll be having a chat with Will today. Will, hello.
Hello.
So Will is a sports performance coach who has, let's cut to it, Will. Let's go straight into it. If you can introduce yourself, that'll be probably much better.
Thanks Toby, and hi everyone. So my name is Will Gowers. I'm an exercise physiologist and a PhD researcher at the University of Kent. I'll come on to my role as performance coach in a minute, but you may be thinking, what is an exercise physiologist? This is somebody who kind of helps an individual to perform better in their sport. And one of the things that I've done throughout my studies is research how people respond and adapt to exercise. So one of the main things that I do is conducting fitness testing, and then we can use this data to feed into training programs to try and improve performance within athletes. So this might be collecting data on heart rate, GPS, and this can all kind of feed back into that training program design. We can also kind of advise on hydration, recovery, strategies to exercise in difficult environmental conditions such as heat and altitude. And that kind of where Toby comes into it. So I approached Toby to be his performance coach. And again, you might be thinking, well, what is a performance coach? So my kind of role is to coordinate and implement strategies to help Toby sort of perform best in the car. So when he puts that helmet on, he is the best in best physical shape, mental shape, and can perform at his best.
Yeah, because that's the thing with racing is that from some fans, spectators, and people look into motorsport, you kind of just see a guy in a race suit sat in a car, not really doing a lot. He moves his arms and maybe his feet, but in actual fact, there's huge pressures from a physical and psychological perspective, and that was something that I noticed last season when I got strapped into the car. Was the temperature is incredible. Like, when in a race car, it is super hot. You don't have the luxuries of air conditioning on a nice summer's hot day. You're sort of strapped in, buckled up, and shut inside this huge heat chamber, is what I like to put it. But I'm keen to develop my own fitness and prepare myself in the best possible way. And it's great that we've got Will on board now to actually look at like a kind of structured plan so that we can together achieve bigger things in motorsport. Don't you agree, Will?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when we start working with an athlete, we perform something called a needs analysis. So this is determining both the demands of the activity itself. So Toby sort of mentioned some specifically to motorsport. So the physical stress of cornering, acceleration, comes with G-force, but also the environmental conditions as well. So very, very hot environment inside the race car, particularly in closed cockpit racing. But then you've also got the psychological kind of mental demands that come with both driving the car, but also off track as well. So media appearances. And we then can also look at the demands, well, the kind of the needs of the athlete themselves. So we can kind of generate a profile of, well, what skills does Toby need as a motorsport athlete, but then what does he possess at the moment, and where can we what can we work on to improve his performance. So earlier today we've been chatting through a few more bits. We did some questionnaires, kind of profiling what psychological techniques and strategies he uses, and it's going to kind of all build on what we're working on in the future.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to get started, and hopefully that is this season, Will. But certainly our focus for 2021 will be to hit the ground running hard with plenty of this good data, and hopefully my condition will be in a much better position than we're currently in. I've got an average level of fitness. By no means I'm at my optimum. So I'm looking forward to, once we're able to get to actually testing me now in terms of getting data and sort of seeing where we end up. And that leads me to my next point though, Will. So you've mentioned VO2 Max a couple of times, and for those people out there, I'm sure Will will explain in a second, but I'm going to be rigged to some insanely scary looking machine at some point very soon to actually look at like the condition I'm in now. So are you able to tell me a bit more about this VO2 Max for the audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's difficult, the situation we're in at the moment. So lab testing is quite hard. And at the University of Kent, we've got lots of facilities for performing kind of gold standard lab based tests. So initially, I am going to be setting Toby some fitness assessments we're doing virtually. So one of those is kind of predicting the VO2 max. So essentially your VO2 max is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can take on board and utilize. So essentially the higher your VO2 max, the more oxygen your body is able to utilize, and the higher your aerobic fitness. So in terms of the tests we're going to hopefully do with Toby, and we're going to record some content on probably later in the year, is it involves wearing a face mask that collects and analyzes your expired gases, and from this we can estimate the oxygen uptake. So it looks quite scary. You kind of you've got this face mask on, you've got cables coming out everywhere, and you're kind of on we'll probably do it on a treadmill from Toby's background. But it looks pretty cool when you see. You've probably seen something similar kind of on TV before. It's quite a common sort of physiological test to do. So yeah, that'd be pretty exciting for Toby to experience. Kind of giving him the professional athlete kind of experience.
Yeah, totally. And I see this as a challenge. Like me and Will have spoken just recently about just kind of getting like a baseline fitness analysis, and it was called the Cooper 12-minute run, is to sort of try and figure out kind of like a baseline level of fitness right now. And it's basically just to see how far I can run in 12 minutes. And I see that as a challenge as a racing driver. I'm like, right, okay, like I'm gonna actually put myself up against something, but actually going to get actual live analysis of myself and to see where I'm at the moment will be really interesting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this program unfolds, and throughout the next series of months I'll be adding this to my vlog, so you guys can actually see some really specific sort of like where I'm at now to where I'm going to end up being. And hopefully once we're out on the racetrack, that'll also see kind of like that in actual race results as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. And it's really important to collect data. It means you can kind of track this over time as well, and for setting goals as well. So in the next kind of couple of weeks, I'll be setting Toby some kind of field-based assessments to do, so we can kind of see where he is now and where he's going to be after the first period of training that I've just set him. And then after that, when we can get into our physiology lab, we're then going to perform some kind of more lab-based tests, which will make some pretty cool content for you all to see.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I'm looking forward to filming that. So stay tuned, guys. That's gonna be pretty epic. So it leads me on to like Will himself. So Will, we've spoken. You've got a bit of a passion for motorsport, and I kind of want to bring back to what got you into motorsport. Certainly for myself, I remember my childhood memories with my granddad and watching F1 and being at the oval tracks with my uncle, my family, and I've always got these really vivid memories, and we chat about them now. But what was your kind of like first motorsport memory, or what got you into motorsport?
Great question. I kind of think back to so similar to you, really, Toby, when with my granddad, really. So I would always go around to. I'd see my parents were separated, so I'd always go round to my nan and granddad's on sort of a Sunday every month, and it would either sort of generally fall on either a BTCC weekend or so we'd have ITV4 on the whole day watching or there'd be a Formula One race on, and that my kind of first sort of memory really is must have been kind of early 2000s, watching kind of Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari.
It's a good era.
That kind of era is when I first remember it, but I really kind of started to get into it probably around when Lewis started to do, came into Formula One, to sort of 2007, 2008. That was when kind of I was probably old enough to really start appreciating, what motorsport is and those feelings towards that. But I also, my first kind of experience myself of doing motorsport would be I used to race remote control cars when I was quite young. So
nice, that's really cool.
Off-road, remote control car race, and that kind of again got me into sort of the mechanical aspect of motorsport, and that's something I really love as well. I think if I wasn't an exercise physiologist, I'd probably be an engineer. I'd love mechanical things. Kind of really from kind of family association with my granddad. I remember watching motor racing, and from there it kind of extended into. I followed Formula One, from that period of time, and then when I then started getting into sort of sports science and exercise physiology, I was kind of thinking, well, these guys, they're athletes as well, and that is as Toby sort of mentioned, it's a misconception that these drivers are not athletes, but they really are. And when it's probably kind of really later on in my time at university, I really started to appreciate, well, these are the demands that these athletes have. There's definitely things we can do to try and improve them. So, kind of really from a young age, love cars, love mechanical things, and love speed and adrenaline. So, kind of motorsport's a good fit.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with motorsport, isn't it? We often talk about like the motorsport family, and to me, it is a huge family of fans, spectators, mechanics, engineers, like people like yourself, racing drivers, right the way through to sponsors. It's a huge industry, and we all share this like little passion of just kind of hearing a wild V10 to the smell of burning rubber and the action packed adrenaline rush of being at a race weekend. And I'm looking forward to actually you being with us now, Will, at the track, because we've all been itching to be at the racetrack for a little while now. Obviously the season's not started this year yet because of the pandemic, but it'd be great to welcome you physically to the team rather than this virtual world. But I'm looking forward to it, Will, and I can't wait to see the results that we get together. It'd be really cool to actually document this from right now to when we are where we end up, and I'll be vlogging that throughout the episodes that are coming up. So everyone stay tuned for that, and here's Will. So welcome to the team.
Thank you, Toby. I look forward to kind of showing the work that we're doing. Be great to kind of share some of the strength and conditioning side of what we're doing, and perhaps it's some things that you guys as either racing drivers or mechanics can kind of utilize in your own kind of teams. Or if you've got any questions or anything, I'm sure we can direct them to Toby, and I'll try and give my best to answer them.
If anyone's got any questions at this point, I'm going to continue the vlog in just a second. But if you have got any questions around sports performance related kind of topics, then feel free to chuck them in the comments. I'll be monitoring the comments boxes. If there's anything that I don't know, I'm sure we'll be happy to put a hand to that. But if you've got any questions of what's to expect, or anything specific for my physical shape or how Will's going to actually get me there, then yeah, feel free to let me know. And it'll be just nice to actually understand what you guys want to learn from that, because over the next coming episodes, I can then, video certain key areas around it.
Thank you, Toby. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to the day of the Cooper 12-minute run. I'm out with my bud Russ today, the one that I've been chatting to. So hey Russ.
Hey, how you doing?
Russ is the dude, for those that haven't seen before. Russ is the guy that we first started karting together, and we've got some cool episodes coming up where we'll be going to Buckmore Park and having a Burger King, so keep tuned for that episode. Today's test is part of what Will set me for the VO2 Max, just to kind of get a baseline of where my fitness is at. And I'm going to try and run, or attempt to run as far as I can in 12 minutes. There's a bit of wind across the beach today, so it's not going to be too easy, but hopefully it'll blow me along. But yeah, that's the aim today, is to sort of see how fit I am, so that Will can kind of get a rough base of where I'm at, and hopefully we'll come out with some good footage for you, and I'll see you on the other side. Yo,
That's the warm-up.
warm up done.
How was that?
All right,
Feeling
Yeah.
fresh?
feeling good. I'm not sure how this is going to go though, but we'll see.
Pace yourself.
Oh man,
How are we feeling?
that was hard work. Oh man, it's very warm today as well. Whew. How did we do? 12 minutes dead. 1.46 miles. The target's 1.5, so close to that, but 8:14 pace. I'm happy with that for a hot day. Until next time. Super grateful for my bud Russ to come out on his bike today.
It's hard work.
That was hard work, wasn't it?
Hard work, yeah.
Pretty brutal. The wind was a bit with us, so probably helped a little bit, but the temperature's quite warm today. I reckon it's what, 15, 16 degrees at the minute?
Yeah, probably.
So it's pretty warm, but that felt good. I'm pleased that I've done that. Will, I hope that's good to see what my VO2 Max is like. Let's see what I act like on the machine once I've had a bit more training over the next sort of 3 to 6 months. Another training session later on today, which is working on my abs. So yeah, it's good. I'm really pleased that this kind of step to becoming an athlete is happening now. I want to take racing seriously, and you know, fitness is a huge part of it, both mentally and physically, and trying to push yourself harder and harder each time, and that's literally what I'm going to be doing, is working as hard as I can to make this happen. But yeah, I've got Will on board, and Will's going to be fantastic with me. We've already done one PT session yesterday, so I'm looking forward to more of them with Will. And yeah, we'll see you shortly. I'm going to take a walk back with Russ, grab a shower, get a cup of tea, have some lunch, and then I can join you guys again for the next part of this week's vlog. But I'll see you soon. Properly random, just been walking along the beach back to home, and come across a bench, and it's got this this little emblem on it, and it actually says Toby. I don't know if you can see the, is it going to focus? Toby. How mad is that? Proper random. Anyway, back on with
Put
Volk.
it back, Toby.
Oh yeah, of course I can't carry it. It wasn't a gift for me, it was just a, there you go, whoever owns it. I'm sure it was a cool dog. Cool dog name Tobes.
So I'm just doing my final edits of this week's vlog. Hopefully you'll see a bit more about what I'm up to on the fitness side of motorsport. Obviously I'm taking this super serious, so I've got a good baseline of where I'm at in my fitness now. I've gone through a full week of Will's program. I've done the 12-minute test to sort of see what my fitness is like, and it's nowhere near where I probably used to be. So I've got a long way to go till I'm sort of happy with my fitness. But this has given me kind of like a kind of baseline and an idea of where I want to be and a target to get there. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how quickly I can get to the point where I'm sort of happy with my fitness. And I'll be sharing with you guys some more sort of like tips, tricks and kind of fitness videos to sort of show my progression of getting fit and getting, you know, absolutely bang on where I should be. Yeah, Will's fitness test has been pretty tough this week. I'm not used to working out every day. I think on average I probably, you know, run once a week, and that's only been a kind of recent thing. I'm now running 3 times a week, and I'm training every day with only 2 rest days in the week. So I'm working out a lot more than I'm used to. So my body's taking a bit of a change at the moment, and I feel really good. I feel really positive, and I think it's quite nice to actually get away from the computer, get away from the laptop, get away from the business side of motorsport, and actually just go and, you know, just let some steam off. And I think that's kind of what I'm missing. I'm really missing being on the track. I understand track days are now able to go ahead. I know the race season's starting very soon. We're still not quite yet out of budget, so I can't confirm that I'm racing this season yet. But be rest assured, I'm working so hard to make sure that we can be on the grid this year. The sponsors that are with me already, I want to give the best to them. So yeah, the fight's on. The season starts in August, so fingers crossed we can get our budget by then. This video wouldn't be possible without my sponsors, so I'm so grateful for them to continue on supporting me even through these difficult times, this pandemic. You know, I'm super grateful for that. This whole process of vlogging is not just about me and my journey, it's just about bringing all you guys on board. So please let me know if you are enjoying this channel. Vlogging's been a bit tricky, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of underestimated how busy vlogging would be. Like, I had a busy schedule anyway with, you know, all the sort of stuff I'm doing behind the scenes and my job, and kind of balancing it all is a bit tricky. But yeah, having to now create the videos, which is really fun. It's really time consuming. I'm at my laptop today and I've been here probably about 4 hours actually editing. I'm obviously still learning, so I'm sure there's like a refining process, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it's cool to sort of see this transform. Like, I'm kind of on this journey now of like becoming a vlogger. Is that a thing? I want to create a poll this week. I want you to tell me how much you love tea. So from 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 is absolutely love tea. Please let me know in the comments how much you love tea. That would be really cool, because I'd like to know. I really love tea, so I'm 10. It's the first thing I drink in the morning. I do like a nice brew. It's got to be strong though. I can't stand milky tea. But yeah, let us know. That would be great. But thank you so much again for tuning in to this week's episode. I really appreciate you coming by and watching my channel. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like. That would be great. I really appreciate the support. And yeah, I'll see you next week's episode, which will be next Thursday at 7 PM. We'll see you then. Russ got a cameo finally. Russell Mead.
And say hi.
Hi.
I feel like people want to see some accents. Accent challenge. End of the video. Accent challenge. Right. What should I talk about today? In this week's vlog, we'll be talking to you about fitness. Do you know about fitness? I've been running for weeks. Anyway, if it's not dinner, talking about fitness, I need something unhealthy. I'm going to go and get some chips and gravy tonight. Chips and gravy. That's what I'm going to go and get. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. They need a tea brand just to cope with my tea intake. At race weekends I drink lots of tea. I drink tea at home. I drink tea at work. I like a cup of tea.